day 7:15 being Christopher Cruz, so I just googled like warrior movies and it was like whatever, and then I googled inspirational movies, and all that popped up were movies about God, which is so weird on Google. Like, I just googled best motivational movies and it was like a God movie, and then I saw this one that said The Heart of Man, and it said how to use your brokenness as a bridge, and I just watched the preview, and it's like a documentary, and it's these stories of these people where they just like hit rock bottom, and they had so much like guilt and shame, and they were struggling with sin, and they were talking about how like even when you don't believe you deserve it, like God still loves you. He's not ashamed of you. And I feel like that's like maybe what I feel is, I just feel like ashamed. Like, how am I in this position that I am? How can I, why do I keep like staying up late? Like, why am I not going to the gym? Why am I not doing the things that I need to be doing? How do I have no money again? Why is it that my family has to support me? Like, just so much shame. And one of them said, like, he's not ashamed of you. Even when you're ashamed of you, he's not ashamed of you. And yeah, it's just, it's hard knowing what you're capable on the inside. Like, it's hard knowing what you're capable of doing on the inside. It's hard knowing who you really are inside in your spirit, but that not being reflected externally. It's challenging, when you know that you're here to do something big. You know that you've got greatness inside of you. You know that there's something special about you, but when you look at your external life, there's nothing special about it. It's just kind of like you feel ashamed. And I feel like that's kind of like, for me, like the heart of it. Like, I know I have greatness inside of me. I know I'm here to change the world. And I don't even have enough money to pay my bills. And I'm 50 pounds overweight. And it's like, when am I going to get it together? And God has given me so many incredible ideas and vision for something that will change the world. And it's crazy. I can get on coaching calls and change people's lives dramatically in a single call. But changing my own life is the hardest thing in the world. And so there's just like this shame that's just like, man, what the fuck am I doing with my life? But at the same time, it's like there's this deep knowing of, I know exactly what I'm doing with my life, and this is part of the process. So, yeah. It just sucks feeling like a failure. Externally. I feel like spiritually, I feel very successful. But worldly, I feel like a massive failure. And that's challenging because that creates a lot of shame. So when that person in that trailer said, in the trailer of the movie said, he's not ashamed of you, it was just like, all right, that's good to know. Because I feel like pretty ashamed. But if he's not ashamed of me, then that means there's hope. Because I just feel like I'm disappointing God. Like, I should have more willpower. I should have more strength. I should be able to work harder. I should be able to figure it all out. And so I just feel like I'm letting God down. And that's like the worst kind of shame. You know, letting people down is, you feel ashamed enough and guilty enough, but letting God down, that's like a new level of shame. And so when I heard that person say, like, even if you're ashamed of you, he's not ashamed of you, it was like, all right. And if that's true, it just shows how much love he has for us. To love us through our shame, no matter how shameful we are, no matter how ashamed we are of ourselves. Like, he's proud of us. And he's not ashamed of us. So, yeah. And it's just crazy how I can be such a massive source of light for other people and encourage them so much and change their lives so easily. And it's like, I can't get myself to, go to bed early. I can't get myself to go to the freaking gym. It's like, that's just messed up. It's so frustrating. It's so freaking frustrating. That's why I'm so excited about this book on spiritual warfare, because there's got to be something. There's got to be some spiritual something that I haven't tapped into, that I haven't figured out, that's holding me back. Or maybe I'm not held back at all, and I'm just exactly where God wants me, and it just is an uncomfortable place, and it's kind of shitty. But this is where he has me, and this is where he wants me, and I just need to surrender. But yeah, so I'm gonna go watch that. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch that. Oh, man. Whew. Yeah, just like, I'm frustrated at myself because I feel like I don't deserve any blessings. I don't deserve a miracle. Like, I'm struggling too much to deserve a miracle. Like Sunday, I'm judging the heck out of everyone. I'm frustrated. I'm resentful. I'm like talking as much shit as I can in my head about people, and I'm just angry and like disconnected. And then I go and I like, don't eat the healthiest, and then stay up late. And it's like, it's just a struggle. And then struggling with like lust and lustful thoughts. Like, I just feel so bad about that. And it's just like, I need to get it all together, and I need to go to the gym, and I need to figure it all out. And I just feel like I'm failing miserably at those things. But then on the other side, it's like, man, I am helping people so much. I am leading people back to God. I am fighting for people's souls. Like, I'm coaching the shit out of people. God is creating this incredible brand, Warriors of God, inside of me, and it's amazing, and it's incredible, and I'm so excited and passionate, lit up, and I'm loving my life. And then it's like the other things just seem so out of alignment with who he's calling me to be, and then I feel guilty and I feel ashamed that I'm not living up to that expectation. I feel so guilty that I'm not living up to the expectation that I think God has for me. I know I'm for sure not living up to the expectation that I have for myself. But maybe that's where I'm confused. Maybe that's where I think like my expectation of myself is equal to God's expectation of me. Maybe God doesn't have the same crazy high expectations of me that I do of myself. Maybe God just loves me without any expectation, just that unconditional love. It's 4:44 p.m. And if that was the case and I could accept that, then I wouldn't feel like I'm failing so much. I wouldn't feel so ashamed and embarrassed and guilty, and yeah. Man. All right, I guess that needed to come out. I feel a lot better. A lot better. Yeah. Maybe I'm just getting to this point where I just realize I can't do this on my own, and I'm still trying to do it on my own, and I just can't. And it's just like, how do I surrender? How do I just give it to God? How do I give it all to God on the next level? What's the next level of surrender? Like, I feel like I've surrendered as much as I know how. What's the next level of surrender?